Hey Hunter, can you play guitar for me during the whole time I'm up here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're in Storytime is what we're doing. Do you guys want to hear about the time I canceled cable? Or the time I got shot at? Both great stories. Really good stories, both of them. I'm gonna leave it like, who wants to hear about cable?
Woo!
Woo! Cable.
And getting shot at.
Woo!
Okay, we'll talk about that one then. All right, so it was really in the, let's do some like minor-y sad shit, like some minor sevenths. Let's keep it like romantic. We got the fireplace going, we got jazz, it's romantic. We're all gonna make love after this. I know, I feel it. There's a Yule log going. Yeah, that's good right there. I like that. Okay. So it was like the heart of the pandemic, right? What's the heart of the pandemic? It was the whole pandemic sucked, right? What's the heart of it? Oh, you remember when we really got into that pandemic, guys? No, it was November, right? So like we had been cruising for a while, man, and I was depressed. Anybody else get depressed during the pandemic?
Woo!
Yeah, those are some depressed woos. Oh, I know. The most depressed people are the most excited about it. You ever notice that? They're like, fuck yeah, I'm depressed. And then they're like, where's Joe? Oh, he went home and he's sleeping for 3 weeks. 3 weeks he's been in bed. But yeah, I got depressed. And you gotta find different shit you like to do when you get depressed. Like, I had issues before the pandemic, but like, it really brought it out in me, right? So I tried to find something I could do to cope. They say like get up every morning and shower, get dressed even if you have nowhere to go. None of that shit works. But I found one that worked. Remember this, by the way, next time you get sad. What you gotta do is you get a piece of paper and you write down a list of all your goals, every single one of them. You take that piece of paper, you fold it in half, you pour marijuana into the crease, and you will feel better, my friend. That's what you gotta do. If you feel low, just get really fucking high. That's the key. So this morning, like every morning, I smoked a joint. Now, another thing to know about this time period is I was getting very into the TikTok tarot card readers. I don't know if anybody's ever been down this lane, but they pretty much defined my life for most of 2020. And I woke up, as you do, I got on TikTok, and I got a bad tarot card reading, guys. A really bad one, and I was nervous. And I smoked some weed. Now, here's the thing about weed. I buy my weed not from the store, because I don't like that shit. I think the entitlement is crazy. Fuck these kids. We're robbing these kids of their childhood. But we can get into that another time, right? You can't buy your weed at the store. So, and they'll tell you, there's so many kinds of weed. There's two, and you know them both right away. There's indica and sativa. Indica, that's when you smoke a blunt with your friends, and then nobody talks for 3 hours. That's that shit. You know it right away. Sativa, that's when you smoke a joint of that late at night, you just wind up in the bathroom getting a good deep cleaning on your teeth, staring in the mirror at 3 in the morning. I don't know if you've ever been there. Point is, I smoked sativa then, right? I was smoking sativa, and I had the bad tarot card reading. So me, my wife, my dog, we all pile into the car. Because what we're doing is it's around Thanksgiving, and I haven't seen my family for a while. So they got an Airbnb in some shithole town in Michigan that we're gonna all go to and celebrate Thanksgiving. Fun, right? Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But we get in the car and I start driving. Now all this stuff happened. I smoked my sativa, too much of it. Here's the best way to describe smoking too much sativa is, and no offense, Hunter, the best way to smoking too much sativa reminds me of bad jazz. Bad jazz. This is good jazz, by the way. This is good jazz, but it reminds me of bad jazz. Like when white people tried to do it, bad jazz. You know that shit? We didn't do jazz justice. It's a little dissonant, off rhythm. You listen to Miles Davis, you get inspired. You listen to Pat Metheny, you're like, I owe the government a lot of money. I'm really adding this shit up. It's stressful. It makes you think. So I was on some bad jazz, Pat Metheny, sativa. I got in the car, wasn't feeling good, had my bad tarot card reading, and it's me, my wife, and my dog in the back with a couple suitcases, right? So we're cruising. Go to Michigan, I get on I-94 East, and I'm cruising, baby. And I get on the express lanes, next exit's 95th. And I'm on the express lanes, and I notice that my gas light is on. I have 12 miles left. I go, oh shit. Well, I don't want to get off at 95th. There's a lot of carjackings happening right now. Let me see how far I can cruise until I run out of gas. happens. I hit 105th. Finally get to 111th, and there's a gas station at 111th, and a Walmart, a Gotham grocer. I say it's pretty industrial. There's a lot of people around. Let me get off here. So I get off, I start filling up, and I immediately am filled with the same feeling I got when I watched that bad tarot card reading. Wasn't a good feeling. And there was a white 1994 Mercedes with, you ever see those cars where it's like half the car is the car and the other half is just another car? You're like, this is half Mercedes, half yellow Nissan. I don't know if they make yellow Nissan. You ever see that? It was one of those. And there's two guys in the car, and they're both on the phone, and they're looking at me. And I go, okay, something's not right. Now, it's not that I have like really good intuition. We all would have known something's not right. But I was super high on my bad jazz weed, and I was just like, I was like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I start driving, I get out of there, I hang up the nozzle. My wife's like, what are you doing? You only put 7 gallons in. I was like, something's not good. And she's like, we have a 90-pound pit bull in the back. Well, what the fuck's somebody gonna do? I said, I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. We'll go get gas in Gary. That sounds better. Let's just go get gas in Gary. Ever been to Gary? It's lovely. Lovely part of town. So we keep driving, and I get on the highway, and not 10 seconds later, I'm on the highway, and I see this white Chevy Suburban. Old. Same situation, by the way, where you're like, hey, that's half white Chevy Suburban and half like 1996 blue Toyota Camry. I don't even know how we combine those two. You ever see a dog where it's like, that's part pit bull and part Frenchie? And you're like, how did they fuck? I don't get it. But it was that situation. And so I see it. He's driving really aggressive, and the front fender is all fucked up. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, he's just some crazy dude. And then I'm right here in the left lane, and then he cuts me off. So I slow down, I go around me, asshole, whatever. It was weird, a little stressful, not the worst thing in the world. I'm headed to Gary to get gas, right? I got things to do. So we're driving, I'm cruising, and then as he passes me and I slow down, the scariest fucking thing that's ever happened to me happens. I slow down, and then he slows down and meets me. I said, this isn't how this works. Cut me off and go around. I don't know what we're doing. So I speed up, and then he speeds up. So now we're playing this game where I'm trying not to be even with him. And I finally look over through the passenger seat, through my window, and I look at him. And out his window, he's holding a gun right at my car. And I went, oh shit, this is not good. This is not good. So what I did then is I pulled myself into James Bond mode, right? I pulled myself into 31-year-old Jewish boy James Bond mode, which consisted of me slamming my wife's head into the dash, but then under. Like, I protected her. But then we went under, right? Like, I didn't mean to go in. We meant to go under, but hey, we got there, right? So I'm holding her head down here. I'm like speeding back and forth, trying to not be even with this guy, and then I hear the shots, like bang, 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 bang. And then I look back to see if my dog's okay, and he has no clue what's going on. He's just in the back looking sad, looking out the window, like, where are we going? I hope it's not Gary. I'm holding my wife's head down. I'm trying to avoid this guy. My wife, in typical white woman fashion, called the police. She called the police, and she's screaming on speakerphone, help, help, they're shooting at us, what do I do? Oh, I'm so overtime, I'm about to get out of here. Help, help, we're shooting at us, what do we do? And then the guy gets off the exit, and I grab the phone from my wife, and I said, I'm at mile marker 117 on 94 East. And then this is what the cop does. Mile marker 117. Is that near the forest preserve? Oh, that's a great forest preserve over there. You should check it out. He said, what? He's like, yeah, so like, I don't know what you want to say. I was like, send a squad car, send help. Who's the closest in the area? They're like, they're shooting at you on the highway. We don't do that. You should probably pull over and see if there's bullet holes in your car and you can find the police report. I was like, I'm not pulling over. I'm going all the way straight through to Gary where it's safe, baby. But hey, I'm here today. You guys have been a lot of fun. My name is Brad Kofman. Thanks so much.